Make up for it on this one.
That's 44, 43, 140 right there. That's right before 40.
It's and a 1.
40. I think I start alone here, right?
Yes.
Okay, ready? Yep. I'm giving you 3-4. Okay, we're not going to do the repeat for the A section. We'll do the first repeat, not the second repeat. Then we'll go right straight to the trio and play the da capo without repeats on the da capo.
Okay, so A through B just once through.
Yep. Except for when we do the capo. back to 1. If it does this, we go back to 2, and 3, we go to the end.
Just plan on going back to 1 like at least probably 3 times. How's that?
At least.
All right. All right. Yeah. All right. 1, 2.
Welcome. Welcome, everybody. So I'd like to begin by having us stay standing, and for the singing of our national anthem, it'll be performed by Whitney Doucette, an MWCC class of 2013 graduate.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So please remain standing. I would like to introduce Reverend Susan Husky Brown, who will give the invocation.
Oh, please be seated. And now is the time to open our hearts and minds to the joy, gratitude, and the spirit of life and love that is present with us here. Tonight is a special night. It marks the end and the beginning of so much. And it is good to be together to take a moment to joyfully reflect on this time and the purpose for which we have gathered. It is good to look around and see the faces of spouses and partners, children, parents, and friends who have supported, nourished, nurtured, and assisted you so that you could be here tonight. It is good to be together as we look around and see the faces of the faculty, instructors, college employees, college administration, vice presidents, president, and board members who over the years have demonstrated a commitment to education and who have dedicated themselves to Mount Wachusett Community College so that you could be here. May they all know that their years of service are appreciated. To the retiring staff and faculty, may they be fulfilled in their retirement, and may they too know that what we give them is thanks. It is good to see the faces of your fellow students, those sitting beside, in front, and behind you, who too work diligently and faithfully, struggling with employment, classes, books, papers, family, and all those life obligations, who now with pride and joy sit here with you. So take a second and turn to one another and say congratulations. And isn't it good to see and hear the faces of those from the community joined with you to celebrate, to honor, to recognize, and show support to you? It is good to show your gratitude to all those people who helped you to get where you are tonight by saying together in one voice, when I raise this finger, graduates, you are all together going to say, thank you. Thank you. All right. Let our hearts be full of gratitude that we can be together in this community during this time of joy. And it is good to be reminded that when we are joined together, we can find faith, strength, courage, purpose, and wisdom. It is so good to be with you. This is the 42nd anniversary of my graduation from Mount Wachusett Community College. Yeah. And may your futures be bright and hope-filled, and may you use your education to bring justice, love, harmony, and joy into the world. Blessings on all of you and on this night. So be it.
I would ask all veterans in the graduating class and all veterans present tonight to please stand. Welcome to Mount Wachusett Community College. My name is Dr. Paul Hernandez, the Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs. Well, thank you. At least I got one. Thank you. So, I'm honored to announce that the 2019 Mount Wachusett Community College graduating class includes 30 students who are veterans. Yeah. Representing all branches of the military, and many are wearing commencement regalia, noting their service. Please join me in applauding them one more time regarding their accomplishments as well as their service to our country. So, President Vanderhoeven, with your permission, The commencement exercise will now begin. I'm honored to present Mr. Robert Antonioni, Chair of the MWCC Board of Trustees.
Good evening, and welcome to the 54th Commencement of Mount Wachusett Community College. This ceremony is now convened. We are here this evening to honor the success and achievements of our graduates and to extend our appreciation to others. Accordingly, the first order of business will be, on behalf of the trustees of Mount Wachusett Community College, to offer our congratulations and best wishes to our graduates. Be proud of your achievements, as you have accomplished a great deal. Your stories are varied, and many of you have overcome significant obstacles to be here tonight. You're ready to graduate and to enter the workforce or to transfer to continue your education. I can assure you that the education you have secured here at Mount Wachusett Community College is of the highest quality, and that you are academically and career ready to take that next step on your life journey. I would be remiss at this moment if I did not acknowledge those who are here this evening to celebrate your success. Your family, your relatives, friends, and colleagues. Please give them a rousing round of applause. Next, I would like to ask all of you to join and acknowledge and honor our faculty and staff here at the college who have dedicated themselves in every way possible to assist you along the way and to provide you with the quality education that you have received. I would ask that the faculty and staff of Mount Wachusett Community College please stand and be recognized. It is now my honor and duty at this time to charge the president of the college with full responsibility for this evening's commencement ceremony and for the conferring of the degrees of the Associate of Science and Associate in Arts upon the recommendation of the Board of Trustees, the faculty of the college, and as directed by the Massachusetts Department of Higher Education. Please join me in welcoming our President, Dr. James L. Vanderhoeven, who will now lead the graduation ceremony. Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman Antonioni. What a party, huh? Are you excited? You're more excited than that. Come on. There we go. Now we're ready. Congresswoman Laurie Trahan, members of the Board of Trustees, Reverend clergy, distinguished guests, members of the foundation, alumni, faculty, staff, friends, neighbors, and most of all, to you, the graduates. Welcome to the 54th Commencement Ceremony of Mount Wachusett Community College. It is my distinct honor to introduce members of the platform party and distinguished guests who do not have a speaking role, and will ask each person to stand briefly after their name is called and for all applause to be held until after the introductions are complete. From our Board of Trustees, Trustee and Foundation Board Member Richard Sella, Trustee Amanda Curtis, Trustee Claire Frieda, Trustee Jamie Gaynor, Trustee Denise Goslin, Trustee Tracy Hutchinson, Trustee Martin, Trustee Tomasetti, and Student Trustee Dylan Doyle. From our legislative delegation, the Honorable State Representative John Zlotnick. And from the college, Vice Presidents Rachel Frick-Cardet, Paul Hernandez, Robert Labonte, Peter Sennett, Leanne Scales, and Joseph Stizzo. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Also in our audience, I'd like to introduce members of our MWCC Foundation Board of Directors, folks who really help us and commit themselves to helping our students be successful. Chair Ray Martino, Scott Barrett, Ray LaFond, and Gail Steele. Also, I want to recognize Senator Stephen Brewer, former state senator and key advocate for Mount Wachusett Community College. And I'm also excited to introduce Ed and Helen Lepkowski. Helen was in attendance at our very first commencement in 1966, and they have attended every commencement ever since. Ed is a former trustee of the college and are both former Service Above Self recipients. Thank you. I would now like to introduce and welcome to the podium Massachusetts Department of Higher Education Deputy Commissioner for Administration and Finance, Thomas Simard, to bring greetings from the Department of Higher Education. Tom?
I have to lower the mic after the president here. Congresswoman Trahan, President Vanderhoeven, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, family, friends, staff, distinguished guests, and especially class of 2019. I am so pleased to join you for today's ceremony and bring you greetings and congratulations from the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education. I especially want to recognize, as others have earlier, the contributions, the love and support you've received from your networks of success. Thank you so much for all you did for today's graduates. In the decade to come, over 500,000 workers will soon age out of the state's job market. And yet, despite growth and advances in artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, we won't be able to meet the demands of an ever-growing and changing economy through innovation and automation alone. Well, we're going to need all of you, your knowledge, your skills, your ambitions, your hopes, your hard work, and your ability to adapt to the ever-changing demands of our complex world. I know that some of you may be continuing on to further your education, and in that, I want to wish you continued success. But no matter where your future paths lead, I hope that each of you will continue to be thirsty for knowledge, want to learn new things, be open to new challenges and opportunities. And as I said before, be willing and able to adapt to those challenges and opportunities when needed, and always be unrelenting and uncompromising in the pursuit of the truth. Integrity is everything. This coming Monday, we honor those who gave their lives in service to our nation. Let us all be mindful not only of their sacrifice, but the honor with which they fulfilled their solemn oaths of service, to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and to bear true faith and allegiance to the same. To those of you who have or will be taking that oath, I salute you as a fellow veteran, and I thank you for living a life of service to others, and for all each of you do to protect the rule of law and to secure the blessings of liberty for everyone. Thank you again for letting me share this opportunity to be with you today, and to the class of 2019, congratulations.
Thank you, Tom. When I stand up here and I look around, especially as I was walking in for the ceremony this afternoon, I'm reminded that there's a group of people that I also need to thank. And there were a lot of people who put a lot of work into preparing us for today. And I want to formally thank our maintainers, our facilities folks, our audiovisual team members, and folks from student services and all across the institution who put in a lot of work to make this look beautiful and be ready for your graduation ceremony. So let's give them a round of applause as well. I know that it takes a great team to be successful, and that's what I see here at MWCC. And I know that for you, you depended on a team over the last couple of years in order to be successful. It takes a lot of work to be successful. And just for instance, you take some of the great sports teams in history, they didn't just depend on an individual. They have built chemistry necessary to become great champions. And we only need to look in our own backyard over the last couple of years to find examples of success with the Patriots and Red Sox and Bruins and Celtics. They are the envy of the rest of the nation. And while Tom Brady might be a great quarterback, and while Tuukka Rask might stand on his head every once in a while in a hockey game, they couldn't do it alone. They developed a team and they developed chemistry, and that is what enables those teams to be successful. In order to make it here to this point in your educational journey, you have benefited from a team, and sometimes you may have not even noticed that. You might have received a good grade on an exam. You might have turned in an outstanding term paper, but without the strong support of your family, your friends, your faculty, and the staff here at the college, you might have struggled getting here to this point. But you demonstrated perseverance. You demonstrated teamwork. You overcame challenges. And you were faced with challenges. I've talked to some of you over the last couple of days. Whether they were academic challenges, whether they were challenges with transportation, childcare, financial, or even willpower, you responded by overcoming each and every one of them. You were presented with problems, but you solved them. To commence means to begin, and I prefer the term commencement over graduation because this truly is the starting point. But this starting point comes with responsibility. Responsibility to utilize what you've learned here for the betterment of your communities. Whether you are entering directly into the workplace or you are continuing your educational journey elsewhere, carry and take seriously that responsibility to do great things. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Mount Wachusett Community College, congratulations on commencing today. There we go. You ready? Why don't you come on up here? Come on up here. It is an honor to introduce to you Cassie Carlson, your 2019 Commencement Student Speaker. Cassie has been involved at MWCC in a number of incredible ways. She is an extraordinary student, mentor, mother, and leader. She is an active member of the Mount community, inside and outside of the classroom. In addition to recently being named the 2019 Newman Fellow, she was recently selected to represent Mount Wachusett Community College at the 29 Who Shine event at the Massachusetts State House. Cassie is graduating as a Commonwealth Scholar and received the Human Services Curriculum Award at last week's Evening of Excellence. Cassie has used her exemplary leadership skills to make a significant difference in the lives of many. MWCC has been a powerful beacon of hope and encouragement in Cassie's life, and her resilient message is as an inspiration to us all. Please join me in welcoming your 2019 student speaker, Cassie Carlson.
Thank you, President Vanderhoeven. It is an honor to be standing here today with all of you. I am super excited to be here. We can officially call ourselves college graduates, and that's worth celebrating. So congratulations to everyone here. If you've ever seen my name on paper, it's Casparina. but everybody calls me Cassie. I'm the mother of 3, stepmother of 2, all over the age of 12. My oldest is officially an adult and graduating high school in just over a week. I told her I was bringing all my friends from the Mount to her graduation party, so you're all welcome. The first time I ever walked onto this campus was in 2011. I was going through a separation, and I was determined to do all the things I had missed out on in life, starting with a college degree. My father was a high school graduate, my mother a high school dropout. They did not see the value in college, nor were they able to help me because they did not have resources or knowledge to pass on. So instead, I joined the Marine Corps. But I had always wanted to go to college. It just was never the right time. I couldn't afford it, or someone else needed me more. But here was my chance. I walked into the admissions office and I signed up. And just like that, I was a college student. I had young children at home, so I took all my classes online. That semester, I failed all but one of my classes, and I felt like a failure. I could never have predicted how much work was involved, and trying to go about it alone was a huge mistake. I gave up after that semester. Who was I to think going back to school after so many years? So I decided to get a job and focus on my kids. In 2016, my ex-husband was in a fatal motorcycle accident, and I will never forget those moments. The moments of having to tell my children. I will never forget my sadness for my kids and for myself. For months, I struggled balancing work and family. I was working in retail, and I missed a lot of dinners and a lot of holidays. And their dad had always been there when I couldn't. And I could feel myself spiraling into a depression. In one of my lowest moments, I told my boyfriend I just couldn't do it anymore. I was always at work and I missed my kids. And he said the simplest thing, then don't. So go back to school like you always wanted. And I just laughed at that thought because it seemed impossible. But it sparked a fire in me, and I started to consider the idea all over again. I wanted to set a good example for my kids. I wanted them to know that you can always start over, that it's never too late to fight for the things you want in life. I just wanted them to be proud. The thought of going back to school was terrifying because all I could think about was that semester in 2011. But I decided the kids were older and I had an opportunity to start again. And I really wanted to prove that I could do it, that I wasn't a failure, that I was destined for bigger and better things. So I did it. I walked back onto the campus, right back to admissions, and I signed up again. Thank you. I figured it would be better to treat college like a job and just do as many online classes as possible and avoid contact with humans. I didn't feel like I belonged here. I was too old, and I just needed that degree. But then fate intervened over and over again. It was at the open house where I met Candace, my first professor, and I realized that my major would be in human services. I can't explain why or how, but I just knew after that conversation, I knew it was the right choice. Majoring in human services, I had the privilege of working with some of my very favorite professors, and they were all so patient with me as I asked hundreds of questions, trying to figure out my path. I was inspired to become more involved in clubs and civic engagement, and I found that I loved it. The Visions program, a program designed to help first-generation students like myself, right? They completely sabotaged my antisocial plan, completely. I was at the Smart Start, and in walks Gaurav, the director of the TRIO program, and he does his speech about how you qualify and the benefits of Visions. And I remember being very skeptical about signing up for the program, but I decided to try it anyways, and I was ushered away. And the next thing I remember, I'm in an office and we are compromising about how I'm going to be taking classes on campus, and I was not happy. But then I went to my first class, and I had no idea how much I would love being in the classroom. I found that I was not alone. I met other non-traditional students, and I enjoyed the social interactions with everyone. I found the support from Visions priceless. Beyond the printing, the tutoring, the workshops, they became my friends, my support system, a place to vent or get advice, and I found my world expanding beyond my comfort zone. But Visions wasn't the only program I was uncertain about. I was resistant to taking help from the veteran services as well. Having been out of the Marine Corps for over 15 years, I didn't feel like I deserved the help, and quite honestly, I had a lot of trust issues. But other veteran students nudged me to utilize the Vet Center, and Bob Mayer, the Director of Veteran Services, highly encouraged me to meet with our VA rep. And had I not finally given in, I would not have had all the help I am getting now. I am going to a four-year college because Veteran Services did not give up on me, and I am forever grateful to that. But the friendships I made with fellow veterans have been invaluable, and I truly hold all of you close to my heart. But my life changed when I started working for Student Life. I became more involved on campus. I met so many students, staff, and faculty, and every one of them brought value with them. I also found that working for Kathy Matson kind of was as hard as the Marine Corps. I don't know where you are, but Student Life opened up a whole new world of experiences. I was able to serve as a student rep on many panels and groups, and those experiences were truly unique, and I am grateful for every one of them. But I have not been on this journey alone. My family has been here every step of the way. I am sure at times I have been difficult to be around, but they have been patient and understanding for the last 2 years. Each semester has brought on a different challenge. My stresses over classes came home with me some days. Sometimes I would promise just to be a few minutes trying to get a paper finished up, and those few minutes would turn into hours. I would carry my books everywhere I went because every time I had to pick up a kid, I was in the car studying. And they were forced to hear all my stories about people they did not know and subjects they were not taking, and not once did they complain. As I've journeyed through these last 2 years, I found personal growth, and inadvertently, I found professional growth. Being an older student, I figured I would have too much life experience and would feel out of place. But what I found instead was people from all over the place, of all ages, with very different stories and backgrounds supporting one another. My outlook has completely changed about myself, my community, my education and career, and the Mount. I am proud to know all of you, and although I'm graduating from the Mount, this isn't the last time you will see me on campus, because my daughter starts in the fall, and I am excited. I'm very excited to see her, watch her journey and her growth while at the Mount. Over the last 2 years, I have gotten to know Candace Shivers very well, and I want to share with you one of the most impactful things she said to me. When discussing whether or not to write this speech, because believe it or not, I was super nervous and very reluctant about writing it, and she felt very strongly that I just needed to do it. And she said something that I will never forget. She said she would not be doing her job if she did not push me beyond my comfort zone. Well, Candace, I'm here to say you're doing your job, and you're doing it very well. And I thank you for that. As we all venture out to do bigger things, whether it be a four-year college or career, I encourage you to always look back on these days at the Mount, to remember back to these moments where it all started, and to remember that you came this far for a reason. You pushed yourself out of your comfort zone, and you can do hard things, because nothing worthwhile in life comes easy. So good luck to you all, and thank you. Do I just go? Good. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Cassie, and best wishes to you in your next step, educational journey. You're truly a role model, not just for your family, but for all of us. It is now a great honor to welcome to the podium Michele Dunne, the founder of the AED Foundation. It is an honor to present the 2019 Service Above Self Award to Michele Dunne. Michele has committed herself to creating resources in the greater Gardner community to aid in addiction recovery and provide support for those impacted. She took action when she saw a need in her community and has been working ever since to help those who need it. It is a great honor that I welcome you and congratulate you as the Service Above Self Award recipient for 2019 for the tremendous impact that you have had in the greater Gardner community. Congratulations. It seems that everywhere I go throughout north central Massachusetts, whether it's a business meeting, whether it's a chamber meeting, whether it's a high school meeting, wherever I go, I'm met by someone who says, "Oh, I went to the Mount," or "I'm an MWCC alum." So they're everywhere out there making a big difference in north central Massachusetts. It's quite a legacy to live up to. So it's an honor this year to present the 2019 Alumnus of the Year to Nate Haney from the class of 2006. Nate, can you please join me? Nate has put his degree from MWCC to great use, climbing the ranks of the television industry to work as an associate director at ESPN. Nate not only exemplifies the grit and determination it takes to make it big in this competitive industry, but he is constantly giving back. He routinely comes back to Gardner, whether it is speaking at a high school career fair or helping with the annual Rotary Club auction that is televised from our studios. Mr. Haney, you are an amazing example of what it means to be an alum. We are proud to honor you as our 2019 Alumnus of the Year. Congratulations, Nate. I forgot about something earlier, and it's become kind of a tradition. I didn't intend for it to be a tradition, but I forgot a little bit earlier. The first year I got here, I took a selfie with the graduates, with you all in your caps and gowns, and it went over pretty well. And then last year, I was here, and I thought, we had Governor Baker here, and I thought, you know what, maybe this would be kind of interesting. And so I did it. And I forgot until now, but would you like to take a selfie? Should we take a selfie with the graduating class? I'm going to introduce Congresswoman Trahan in a second, but she has been a tireless worker in these first few months of your term for community colleges, and I know that the work that she does on behalf of you all will be long-lived, and it will benefit us for many, many years to come. So this is my first introduction. Congresswoman Trahan.
Thank you. Yes.
side or that side? Who's louder? All right. We'll do both. All right. Oh, yeah, switch it. Now, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Can you come over here?
Yes, absolutely.
They were a little tame. I expect something more. All right. There we go. Nothing wrong with a little friendly competition between sides, right? Congresswoman Trahan was elected last November to serve as representative for Massachusetts' 3rd Congressional District, which includes Fitchburg, Gardner, Haverhill, Lowell, Marlborough, and Worcester. She was born and raised in a working-class family in Lowell and has a strong background in public service and business. In her first few months in office, I have found her to be a tireless advocate for community colleges in providing access to education and to supporting initiatives that directly impact and support the regional economy. Please welcome to the podium our 2019 commencement speaker, Congresswoman Laurie Trahan.
Thank you so much. Well, it is such an honor to be with all of you here tonight. President Van der Hoeven, esteemed guests, faculty, administrators, friends, family, Cassie, and of course, the graduating class of 2019. Speaking at a college with such an incredible footprint in our community is just a thrill. And it's a brand new part of my new life. So if you indulge me for just a minute, let me just take this all in. I'm looking at your beaming with pride, family. Congratulations. Navigating the challenges of college is arduous. Getting here today was no easy task. Many of you persevered through coursework while balancing families, obligations, jobs, yet here you are. Take a moment to give yourself another round of applause. It takes a village to achieve any milestone in life. None of us get here alone. As you celebrate today, find the people you love and the people who love you and thank them. Give them a hug. They're all so proud of you. I can remember back to my graduation ceremony nearly 25 years ago. I know. And I don't know if I could have ever imagined standing before you tonight in this capacity when I was sitting with my cap and gown. I grew up in Lowell, Massachusetts. My dad was a union iron worker. My mom juggled multiple part-time minimum wage jobs. My grandparents were immigrants from Brazil and Portugal. We didn't have much, but we had enough. Like many of you, I am the first in my family to graduate from college. And I remember that day vividly, sitting in the audience with my whole life ahead of me, a blank slate, expectations of joining the Foreign Service Officer Corps. Well, things changed. Life happened, and priorities got recalibrated. That's okay. My first of what will be a few pieces of advice for you tonight is be ready to embrace change. The best laid plans get disrupted. But there is a silver lining in any setback, and you must always be on the lookout for the opportunities that will inevitably call you. You are graduating at a pivotal time in our nation's history. Society, driven by new technologies and new behaviors, evolves faster than at any other time in our human history. Our culture and institutions are struggling to keep up. The idea that things will end up okay is anything but a foregone conclusion. Our country is hosted by a host of very important issues, everything from tackling global climate change, cyber threats, automation, violence abroad, opioid addiction here at home, to realigning our economy to benefit hardworking families. People are hungry for bold, decisive action and an optimistic path forward. Never has it been more important for us, for you, to take control of our fate. Important decisions will be made on your watch, and we need you to engage, to participate, and to lead. Our young people are our country's greatest asset. Throughout history, you have led movements, you've changed business models, and valiantly served our country. You are the ones who believe everything is possible, and anything is possible. You are the innovators who will figure out how to do things faster, smarter, cleaner, and better. You're the force that time and again accelerates our progress. Mount Wachusett graduating class of 2019, you have already proven that you can lead us to the future. You have been guided by this institution's mission statement. You've been guided by this institution's mission statement and will hopefully take some of those core values with you. I'm going to read part of it. Our focus is the preparation of individuals for lives of fulfillment, leadership, and service in a diverse and global society. Let's just break that down a little bit. Fulfillment. Life is and has always been about more than just a home and a 9-to-5 job. It's about having a level of economic security that allows individuals and families to put dinner on the table, put their kids in good quality schools, and still have enough discretionary time, energy, and resources to pursue their passions. There's a quote you've probably all heard already: do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Well, each of you came to Mount Wachusett with a goal in mind. You fought for it, and today you are one giant step closer to it. That goal of continuing your education has positioned you to move to the next phase of your life, not just to achieve professional success, but with it, personal fulfillment. For some of you, that will mean embarking on the career you've always dreamed of. For others, it's continuing your learning and development. For some, it may be finding a job that takes you all over the world, while for others, it could be starting a business in the community you've long called home. Your purpose is personal. It's only yours, and it's worthy of your pursuit. If you have it, happiness will inevitably follow. Leadership. None of us are strangers to leadership. You've already led in your classes and your extracurricular activities, and soon you'll be leading by example in labs, operating rooms, boardrooms, courtrooms, and classrooms. In each of these arenas, you have the power to shape the future. You don't have to be the manager, the teacher, or the CEO to lead. It's not the person at the helm, on top, or out front with whom the responsibility solely lies. My favorite definition of leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and having it last into your absence. That definition reminds us that leadership is fundamentally not about us. It's not about you. It's about others. And figuring out how to make your impact survive so that it doesn't require you, so that it lasts well beyond your leaving the room. Well, that's the whole ballgame. You've already shown personal leadership by persevering to get here tonight. Be sure to dispatch your power wherever you can make a difference. We need you to lead in your fields: technology, manufacturing, healthcare, education, environment, whatever it might be. We also need you to lead in your community, in our public discourse, and in your social network. Service is a word that so captures the essence of this institution that you all helped build and nurture here at Mount Wachusett. This year, students completed over 113,000 hours of community service with a value add to our community of $3.6 million. It's tremendous. One especially impressive program initiated by students, the students serving our students, is truly emblematic of the Mount Wachusett spirit. Student leaders in this group mentored fellow classmates, helped obtain food vouchers for those who needed it, and offered empathy and support during difficult times. Equally as impressive was that recognizing a need to help food insecure classmates, many of you came together to create the Mount Wachusett Food Pantry, which has helped 350 students in this academic school year alone. These acts are meaningful. They're inspirational. Your collective commitment to one another, not just your studies, is a testament to your character and the positive impact that we can expect from you as you move on to the next phase of your life. Please continue to seek out opportunities to serve your community, your government, your country, big or small. It matters, and you will be a better version of yourself having served others. As I look around the room, I see more faces beaming with pride and anticipation. Only a couple of you are dozing off. I see hundreds of individual stories worth sharing. When you add up the sum of those stories, each a thread in your shared experience from your time here at Mount Wachusett, you're left with a truly remarkable community. You are our region's next generation of nurses, doctors, law enforcement officials, lawyers, engineers, additive manufacturing experts, and much more across the 29 cities and towns in north central Massachusetts. If your achievements here are any indication, we are in good hands. One of the things I'm most proud of is Mount Wachusett's commitment to advancing the dignity and the importance of work. That is something I implore each of you to never lose sight of. Consider for a moment the words of Dr. Martin Luther King. If a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep streets as Michelangelo painted, or Beethoven composed music, or Shakespeare wrote poetry. He should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, "Here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well." Dr. King spoke those words on October 26, 1967, to students at Barrett Junior High School in Philadelphia. In this particular address, now known as the What's Your Life Blueprint speech, King gave students a few guidelines he believed they should follow to reach success in life, and called on each of them to commit to fighting for freedom and justice in America. The future is won little by little, brick by brick. Each of you is equipped to be the best you can be as you advance from here. Be it entering the workforce or additional schooling or training, you will carry that dignity that comes from the fulfillment you pursue, the service, and the leadership skills you've learned here at the Mount. This chapter of your life may be ending, but a new one starts today. Mount Wachusett Community College has prepared you well. Wherever you go next, what's important to remember is that we need you. The stakes are high right now, and it is imperative that you, the graduating class of 2019, recognize your ability to reshape our country. As someone who has seen up close and learned from the activism of the next generation, I know that I want you by my side as we tackle and solve the problems that confront us. My advice to you is get in the game. We can sometimes conjure up excuses to play it safe or sit on the sidelines because we question our ability or our qualifications. Resist that thinking. We need your reaction. We need your perspective and your courage. Dare yourself out of your comfort zone, and great things will happen for you and for all of us. It will not always be easy, and you will encounter failure, definitely more than once. But don't let it deter you. Failure is a necessary part of the process. It's indeed a necessary step toward improvement. Wring out the learning and make a commitment to yourself to be better tomorrow than you are today. I have enormous faith in you. Your class gives me hope. Enjoy and celebrate this day with the knowledge that Mount Wachusett has prepared you for the days ahead, the years ahead. Graduates, congratulations.
Thank you, Representative Trahan. Thank you very much for that. So each year, the college presents special commencement awards to outstanding students, faculty, and staff who have distinguished themselves for their academic excellence and for their outstanding contributions through co-curricular involvement and community service activities. I would first like to invite President Vanderhoeven to return to the podium to recognize a truly phenomenal group of retiring members of the MWCC community who have recently received the honor of emeritus status for their outstanding contributions and service to the college. President Vanderhoeven.
Thank you. This is an amazing group, and I'll ask that the individual please stand to be recognized when I call their name. Susan Blake, with 17 years of service to MWCC. Linda Bolduck, with 35 years of service to MWCC. Patricia Brewerton, with 20 years of service to MWCC. Gregory Clement, with 15 years of service to Eileen Costello, Dean Emerita, with 21 years of service. Joyce Kulig, Academic Counselor Emerita, 21 years of service. Heather March, Professor Emerita, 22 years of service. David Patterson, Professor Emeritus with 37 years of service. Dr. Madhu Sharma, Professor Emerita, 29 years of service. Ken Takvorian, Professor Emeritus with 49 years of service to MWCC. And finally, Brenda Tatro with 15 years, Professor Emerita with 15 years of service to MWCC. Congratulations and thank you to all for your service to the students and the community of MWCC. Thank you.
Thank you, President Vanderhoeven, and congratulations again to all the emeritus recipients. Thank you for your service. So the President's Key is traditionally awarded to the graduating student or students who have demonstrated exemplary academic performance in their programs of study and who have done so by completing all of their degree requirements here at MWCC. In the past years, we have given this award to the 2 graduating students with the highest grade point averages. This year, I'm pleased to announce that 10 students have earned a perfect 4.0 while meeting all of the requirements. These students definitely deserve our highest recognition. During last week's Evening of Excellence, these outstanding students were presented with awards to honor their superlative academic achievements. Tonight, I would like each student to stand and be recognized as this year's recipients of the prestigious President's Key Award. Please stand as I read your name and remain standing until I announce all names. And audience, please hold your applause until I read the names of all award winners. Brant Bodley Gomes. Matthew R. Brooks. Matthew M. Cross. John B. Kieran. Brianna E. DeMadia. Roger Dirth. Peter S. Hopkins. Catherine Osborne. Darlene A. Rossi. Brittany R. Wasilewski. And Chloe Wiseman. Congratulations on your academic performance. We are very proud of you. Thank you. So each year, MWCC awards the Dean's Key to a graduating student who, in the opinion of the senior student affairs staff, has made the most outstanding contribution to the life and spirit of the college through active participation in student activities, service to the community, and who has demonstrated goodwill toward faculty and fellow students. This award was also given at the annual Evening of Excellence. I want to take a moment to recognize this year's outstanding recipient. This year's Dean's Key was awarded to Sean Krieger. So, Sean is the literal definition of resilience and perseverance. Life has not always been easy for Sean, but he has battled through adversity, taken on all challenges, and continued to make his education a priority. No student has dedicated more time, energy, and passion than Sean throughout his career at MWCC. Sean started with us in 2011, and tonight he earns his degree in natural resources. We will miss his smiling face, positive attitude, and infectious commitment to making our campus a better place. Sean, could you please stand up again as we recognize you, and congratulations. Thank you. So the final awards to mention this evening, before we get to your degrees, are the Curriculum Awards. At the annual Evening of Excellence Awards held last week, an outstanding student in each curriculum was recognized. The names of these recipients are printed in your commencement program under the heading Curriculum Awards. Please join me in congratulating each of these students for their outstanding personal and academic achievements. Congratulations to all of you for the hard work and the commitment to getting to this point. We are incredibly proud of your accomplishments. So at this time, I refer you to your commencement program that contains the names of our graduating class of 2019. It's now my honor to present the candidates for graduation from the class of 2019 to President Vanderhoeven. Assisting with the presentation of diplomas is Dean of Students, Jason Zaleski, and Vice President of Lifelong Learning and Workforce Development, Rachel Frick-Carday. And please withhold your applause until all diplomas have been presented and the President has officially conferred the degrees. Tonight, the academic deans from each school will be introducing each graduate as they approach and walk across the stage. To begin tonight's conferring of degrees, I would like to introduce Dr. Laurie Okapinti, Dean of the School of Liberal Arts, Education, Humanities, and Communications.
The following students are graduating from the Commonwealth Honors Program. Cassie Carlson, Commonwealth Honors Scholar, Human Services degree. Dominique Barabee, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree. Brant Bodley Gomes, President's Key recipient, Biology degree. Ariadne de Oliveira Loss, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree. Fernanda Del Canto Munari, Earth and Environmental Sciences degree. Lisa Ferrara Karen, Business Administration degree. Caitlin Goodbrake, Liberal Arts and Sciences. Sarah Mello, Criminal Justice, Law Enforcement. Yasmin Kordi, Student Government Association, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree. Tim Sakun, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree. The following students are members of the Student Government Association. Ria Patel, Liberal Arts and Sciences degree. Tremaine Pinnock, Interdisciplinary Studies. Ethan Williams, Student Government Treasurer, Physics and Pre-Engineering. The following students are receiving an associate's degree in art. Camilo Amarales. Blake Denmark. Michelle Harris. Jacqueline Lane. Ayman Mahmoud. Araya Miller. Thomas Moser. Brittany Wazaleski, President's Key recipient. The following students are receiving an Associate's in Science degree in Early Childhood Education. Brittany Constant. Chelsea Swalina. Cassidy Jones. Stacy Lambert. Kelsey March. Sky Nogler. Kateri Stewart. The following students are receiving an Associate's in Science degree in Early Childhood Education transfer. Stephanie Fuller. Amy Morales. Brooke Fenoff. Hannah Roseberry. Isabella Serrano. The following students are receiving a certificate in graphic and interactive design. Tamara Kelly. James Mahoney. The following students are receiving an Associate's in Science degree in graphic and interactive design. Thomas Bozak. Jacob Donahue. Shelron Gordon. Daniel Hurst. Jonathan LaRue. Samantha Sykes. Nathan Preble. Nicole Weatherby. The following students are receiving an Associate's in Arts degree in Liberal Arts and Sciences. Madison Afonso, I'm sorry. Natasha Austin. Ashley Beauchemin. Kayla Bennett. Abigail Bernclough. Janelle Boisvert. Kelsey Bozick. Adrienne Burke. Jessica Cormier. Jenny Clark Vickland. Lanny Di Diego. Brittany Dennis. Roger Dirth, President's Key recipient. Arnusith Dwangse. Shelby Duclas. Brittany Eldridge. Alexandria Fanoff. Rachel Gerd. Savannah Green. Shauna Horizon. Phoebe Hot-Smith. Carissa Johnson. Caitlin Jefferson. Melissa Jordan. Keith Kidder. Jack Corman. Megan Lofgren. McKenna Mancuso. Matthew McCullough. Casey Merritt. Araya Richard. Benjamin Richard. Alexander Rivera. Alexa Russo. Josmaris Santiago. Aisha Shore. Brianna Shelley. Emily Taylor. Emily Tenney. Michelle Walski. Kiara White. Clara Whitty. The following students are receiving an Associate's in Science degree in Media Arts and Technology. Caitlin Obi. Kiana Rivera. The following students are receiving an Associate's in Science degree in Media Arts and Technology, Photography. Summer Fagerstrom. The following students are receiving an Associate's in Science degree in Media Arts and Technology, Video and Film. Connor Garrity. Sarah Payson. Daniela Perez. Ashley Spring. The following students are receiving an Associate's in Science degree in Media Arts and Technology, Audio Engineering. John Cusalito. Kareem Hamza. The following students are receiving a certificate in photography. Emily Latour. Courtney Rose. Next, Janice Barney, Dean of the School of Business, Science, Technology, and Mathematics, will invite students to the stage to receive their degree.
The following students are receiving a certificate in accounting bookkeeping. Benjamin Keene. Kimberly Manzer. The following students are receiving a certificate in administrative assistant. Francis Morales, Business Administrative Assistant Certificate. Leslie Cruz Martinez. Thank you. The following students are receiving a certificate in automotive technology. Isaiah LeClaire. Thank you. Christopher Shattuck. Thank you. David Warner. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Automotive Technology. Christopher Blown. Joseph Hashi. Thank you. Sean Downing. Thank you. That's okay. Jason Patnode. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Biology. Kay Francis Dunn. Jacob Palmer. Wilbert Santiago. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in biotechnology, biomanufacturing. Esther Mania. Molly Thompson. Thank you. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in business administration, Korea. Claudel Benesh. Jocelyn Bosworth. Thank you. Christine Carpenter. Thank you. Suzanne Eglinton, also an accounting bookkeeping certificate. Thank you. Clarissa Ramos. Adriana Martinez Arnold. Jason Timperio. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in business administration, career, accounting. Alina Baker. Maria Javier. Thank you. Lacey McCartney. Jessica Monette. Jacqueline Rodriguez. Jacqueline Scribner, also accounting bookkeeping certificate. Natalie Soto. Thank you. The following students are receiving a certificate in business administration. Lysandra Texera. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in business administration transfer. Mackinson Adeska. Thank you. Justin Barron. Amanda Bates. Thank you. Nicholas Batutis. Casey Bortle. Whoop. Mitchell Duarte. Thank you. Christy Galarza. Darlene Jimenez. Ryan Lizick. Sahil Prajapati. Thank you. Kevin McDonald. Thank you. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in computer information systems. Godfred Adu. Thank you. Matthew Brooks, President's Key recipient. Thank you. Peter Hopkins, President's Key recipient. Thank you. Kyle Miller. Jonathan Shalalis. Amy Weidman. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Engineering Physics. Mateus Cavallero. Thank you. Jordan Hasbrook. Okay. Tristan Myers. Thank you. The following students are receiving a degree in Fire Science Technology. Robert Barrett. Hi. Thank you. Matthew Cross, also President's Key recipient. Thank you. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Interdisciplinary Studies. Julie Aguiar. Kimberly Boucher. Kira Casey. Monica Cayenne Robinson. Edgar Dedos. Ariana Flores. Kristen Gordon. Thank you. Curtis Grafe. Thank you. Jessica Hunt. Christopher Jerzik. Hi. Barbara Logan. Dylan Morrison. Thank you. Samantha McCallum. Brianna Navarro. Tracy Wen. Kiara Olin. Thank you. Darlene Rossi, Dean's Key recipient. Khadisha Richard. Thank you. Amber Seppala. Thank you. Angel Santos. Thank you. Kevin Tikas Reyes. Timothy Specht. Thank you. Jason Vizina. Daniel Tully. Thank you. Emma Williams. Right? Okay, thank you. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Natural Resources. Sean Krieger, Dean's Key recipient. Next, Eileen Costello, Dean of the School of Health Professions, Public Service Programs, and Social Sciences, will invite students to the stage to receive their degree.
The following students are receiving a certificate in allied health. Caitlin Bosworth. Robin McAllister. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in complementary health care. Carmen Tolman. Abby Royer. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in criminal justice corrections. Daniel Caputi. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in criminal justice law enforcement. Dalton Kuchar. Edwin Feliz. Jeffrey Hill. Karen Garepi, also a degree in criminal justice, law enforcement, and law enforcement certificate. Allison Landry. Cherie Martinez. Emily Maley. Criminal Justice Law Enforcement Certificate. Corey McGrath. Divine Melendez. Noel Notoro. Joel Ortega. Michael Quist. Summer Rezik. Michael Tanis. Andre Valencia. Nakia Williams. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in criminal justice transfer. Zachary Geister. The following students are receiving a certificate in dental assisting. Sarah Barnes. Gervin Calderon Altana. Cody Sawyer. Zoe Smith. Chelsea Torkia. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in dental hygiene. Darlene Alvarez. Ashley Boudreau. Michelle Bouquier. Vanessa Intachai. Stephanie Jameson. Alita Smith. Renee Tenney. Macy Traffy. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in health information management. Malia Teo. The following students are receiving a certificate in Human Services Technician. Do you have your... Lisa Daniel. Todd Russo. Arthur McDonald. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Human Services. Samantha Archer, Human Service degree, Human Services Technician Certificate. Christopher Butler. Catherine Castellano. Nixtina Calardo, Human Services degree, Human Services Technician Certificate. Magdalena Escuminha, Human Services degree, Human Services Technician Certificate. Molly Garno. Michaela Gaudet. Eliza Grattan. Richard Griffin. Marissa Hartford. Crystal Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry, Celeste Johnson. Jacqueline Magoon. Isamar Matos Fuentes. Megan Meany. Francis Corporan. Holly Ramsaran. Tony Robinson. Kelsey Rollins. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Interdisciplinary Studies, Allied Health. Brandon Burke. Taylor Hall. Kayla Murphy. Michele Tanis. The following students are receiving a certificate in law enforcement. Mercedes Linnell. Gina Santiago. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Legal Studies. Natalia Abau. Naomi Manguel. Gail Mercier. Nicole Straw, Legal Studies degree, Paralegal Studies certificate. The following students are receiving a certificate in medical assisting. Nicole Brewer. Chelsea Carr. Thelma Arabe. Robin Gintner. Jennifer Jackson. Aaron Makala Watson. Genesis Ortiz. Stephanie Rosado. Angela Roseberry. Kathy Soto. Danielle Talarico. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Medical Assisting. Julie Bergeron, Medical Assisting degree, Medical Assisting certificate. The following students are receiving a certificate in medical coding. Deanna Wilson. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in Medical Laboratory Technology. Nicole Dempsey. Jenna Goslin. Shivanji Patel. April Poff. Liana Watson. Liana Watson. Liana Watson. Chloe Wiseman, President's Key recipient. The following students are receiving a certificate in medical office. Dima Marzouk. The following students are receiving an Associate in Science degree in nursing. Lydia Abankwa. Vanessa Ajakum. Stephanie Algarin. Paula Arujo Jacques. Patrick Babineau. Sierra Barton. Shade Benoit. Alyssa Bond. Maria Borges. Gina Bowers. Jacqueline Bremer. Megan Casson. Heather Kucher. Nana Curran. Solange de Castro. Catherine Deepa. Jessica Decker. Gabrielle Deloge. Shannon DeRusso.
Amy Dugan. Jillian Uvard. Abraham Forson. Sarah Gagnon. Brittany Gale. Samantha Gardner. Marissa Hamilton. Julia Harriman. Jody Hillis. Ashley Irving. Erin Jones. Helen Kamau. Katie Langone. Sonia Lalive. Ross Lemoyne. Katie Lockwood. Kelly Millett. Brianna Mutton. Kimberly Much. Felicia Martin. Jamie Massetti. Chelsea McCune. Laurie Milleron. Tatiana Messa. Grace Moeri. Frederick Matutu. Brianna Nadeau. Moses Mwangi. Jessica Oditi. Tammy Page. Let's get Jackson Pangalinden. Stacy Robichaud. Paul Oya. Marissa Schecker. Rose Shoemaker. Caitlin Stevens. Jillian Smith. Patricia Smith. Katie Sullivan. Esther Twamazi. Karen Van Gilder. Abigail Watt. Stephanie Whitney. Shelby Williams. The following students are receiving a certificate in paralegal studies. Claudia DeLeon. The following students are receiving an associate in science degree in physical therapist assistant. Jeremy Askew. Christine Avery. Abigail Bernier. Victoria Boyer. Robin Hillard. Nicole LeBlanc. Nicholas Latisse Ledek. Kristen LaCory. Kelly Mahoney. Kristen Moore. Catherine Osborne, also President's Key recipient. Allison Richardson. Luke Smith. Alexander Soddingson. Alexandra Stetch. Bethany Stellick. The following students are receiving a certificate in practical nursing. Dacia Martin. The following students are receiving a certificate in substance abuse counseling. Erica Cruz. Also, law enforcement certificate, substance abuse counseling certificate. Tanya Martin. Julie Ostergaard. Heidi Yates. Student trustee Dylan Doyle is receiving an associate in arts in liberal arts and sciences. Dylan is also a member of the Student Government Association. Student Marshal Allison Guthrie is receiving an associate in pre-engineering. Allison is also a member of the Student Government Association and is the president of the Student Government Association.
Please rise. Is this the moment you've been waiting for, or what? Now, I want to hear it like we're at the Bruins game or a Celtics game. Is this the moment we've been waiting for, or what? Chairman Antonioni, by the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and as recommended by the faculty of the college and directed by the Board of Trustees of Mount Wachusett Community College, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Associate in Science and Associate in Arts and certificates with all the rights, honors, and privileges which pertain thereto. Congratulations. Come on.
May you find all the ways you can to be a positive example to future generations. And now, with minds full of gratitude, words, thank you on your lips, and feelings of happiness and joy in your hearts, leave this place to be about the business of bringing all good things into being. And finally, as we have been abundantly blessed tonight, may we leave here prepared to share our blessing with one another. So be it. Shalom. Amen. Peace be with you. Good luck.